welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is LorenaagUIRRE and I post here on my YouTube channel every Monday and Saturday, so please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And let me know if you guys have any questions down below, just because this video might be full of questions and I want to be able to make sure everything is very clear for you guys. But today we are going to be doing a video on how I edit my videos. It has been a video that I've been wanting to do for some time, but it's just to find the time to do it while my son's not here and the house is clear and I don't have to worry about so much background noise for you guys. So today is the day I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I know with me, I want to do a little backstory. Is basically I took a video editing class in high school and it's very, very beneficial. So what I use to edit, I have my camera right here and I have an SD card. The SD cards, the SD cards look like this little chip, so you guys are able to insert this in and out of the camera. And this is really great because, I don't know, it just really helps move the memory and it's really fast. The reason why I don't use my phone anymore is because videos were taking too long to download and things like that, and editing was really complicated. This was an investment. You might need to even just use your phone for now and kind of just start going off of that. But I'm going to show you guys what I use. I have a MacBook Pro. I have gotten this. I actually got it on an open box sale. Sorry you guys, my stuff is in the way, but I actually got this on an open box sale. So even if you guys are able to save the money, and it was certified and everything. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to need a gimbal. This is what this is called. There's different ones. I do have one linked in my Amazon storefront, so if you guys are looking for one. But the more chips you are able to put in it, the better. I'm going to go ahead and set you guys up and show you guys basically everything that I do. Alright you guys, so when you guys first insert your SD card, this is what it's going to look like. I like to cancel out of there just because for whatever reason it's kind of more of a pain. And when you guys have your laptop, you guys are going to want to download iMovie. This is the last video I edited. I don't really like to save these to my Mac just because it takes up too much space. Doing videos on your computer, you would find that you would have to empty out your whole computer and clear it. So I like to make sure to have my SD cards. SD cards are very, very important to have. So I'm going to go ahead and put my intro in, which is already made. I am going to be doing a video on that for you guys as well. So stay tuned. Now you're going to want to go into private and then the M4 root. And then you're going to want to go into clip. And then here is all of your stuff. So I am going to kind of take a peek about which ones are on here. And I think this is one of my older videos that I had. Yes, this is one of my older videos that I had did. So I'm going to go down to this one, and this is one of the ones that I need. So everything from here over, I'm going to go ahead and insert it. I like to do one by one and put this bar down here all the way small so I could be able to see. And so the great thing about Macs is you could just drag and drop. I was taught on a Mac how to edit, so I do feel like this was a lot easier. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead, take my outro that's over here, and I am going to go ahead and stick it in right there. Okay, next thing that I am going to go ahead and do is make sure my sound is off, just because a lot of times me and my clients will be having a very personal conversation and I don't want you guys to hear that. And I always promise to them that everything that I record is going to be muted and they don't have to worry about any of that. So that is the first thing I like to do because that's something super important to me. Next thing, since this is all highlighted anyways, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go over here and we are going to go to the speed. I like to put it fast. I put it 2 times fast. You could put it 4 or 8 or 20. And you will be able to see everything's in fast forward now. And now what I like to do is kind of extend this. I like to kind of go through this and making sure I'm taking out any unwanted parts. So I like to make sure that my videos are straight to the point and you're not wasting no time watching things that aren't important. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that little snippet right here. And then I'm gonna just play through the video. And this just basically watching the video over. I like to be able to make sure that everything on the video, there's not a lot of wasted space because sometimes I'll be like digging through my drawers trying to find things, and that just needs to be deleted just because your client or your viewers, they don't really want to see that. And I feel like they'll end up just skipping through your video, and if a lot of your videos are like that, I feel like the engagement ends up getting lower. So that's something important to know. But again, I am not a pro when it comes to this. I've been doing it for a little while now, but so yeah, if you guys are looking to get into YouTube, I highly recommend getting in on a schedule. I'm just basically going to go ahead and go through that and kind of skim through it and making sure that I don't have no wasted space. Okay, so right here, I am done with that. Once I get to that, I'm going to split it. So right here, it has like a split where you're able to cut the video in that part, and then you could skim through it more. And then click right there. I want to be able to show the product, what I am using. And sometimes it helps me just because because some of these videos are so old, I want to be able to remember what I used as well. So I try to make sure I get it in frame. And so I'm going to go ahead and split that. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And because I want to leave that in, I'm going to go ahead and leave that part in, and I'm going to split it again because I feel like I was taking some time finding that first tip. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this and then delete. And then you'll see like that it goes together perfectly. Like I put the tips, I open them up, and then it just kind of blends together. It doesn't look like too far of a cut. You don't want to, sometimes I feel like what I want to explain is that like, you don't want to cut out valuable information for your viewers. You want them to be able to see like pretty much everything you're doing. Just that little bit of unwanted stuff, get rid of that. And I'll just click it and then delete. Okay. And I am basically going to go out the whole video and go ahead and cut those clips out. And you just want to hit that split button. There is other ways to do a split without having to click that thing the whole time. You could go right here and you could undo the split by doing a command and hitting Z. And it shows you like a lot of different things right here that you are able to choose from. And split clip would be command B. So that would actually make it a lot easier. But since the button's right there, honestly, it's just a click. So that's a lot easier than even doing the command B. But if you guys have an older Mac, chances are you might not have the split button all the way at the top. So, but if you do, you guys could use command B. Learning these little codes right here, honestly, you guys, they will save you so much time. Especially the undo button. The undo button is something that is my favorite because sometimes I'll make accidents, and a command Z will fix all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and go through and edit the rest of this, or cut out the rest of it. And then once the next step comes, I'll go ahead and show you guys. Alright, you guys, so now everything is all cut to the way it needs to be. So the video is not super long, just because I don't really like going over 30 minutes. I feel like being under 30 minutes, I'm able to give enough information and show the products I'm using and things like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and do a voiceover. So basically what I like to do is just click this button right here. Or, like, it might be like this first, and then you click the microphone. Then you're going to want to click this red button right here. And then it'll count down from 3, and you're able to record your voice. I like to do my intro, introduce myself, and things like that. And then I like to get into the video, talk about what I am using, what I am doing, and yada, yada, yada. Alright, you guys, now we are going to go ahead and insert the music. I am going to show you guys what it looks like. Just kind of a skim through, cut them down, did my voiceover, and did my outro, inserted my pictures, and then did my outro. And this is what my outro looks like. I'm going to do a video on how I created the intro and the outro, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And make sure to hit that subscribe button if that is something you're interested in seeing. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back to audio. I have these songs in there, but if you are looking, if you guys are looking for more music and things like that, definitely recommend checking out the audio library in your YouTube studio. You're able to download any song and you won't get monetized if you use this in there. And so there's a lot of music you could go through and check out, see if you like. I have some that I already have in my thing, so I'm actually going to go ahead and use that. I actually like to insert it usually somewhere at the beginning, the end. I'm going to mute this video because I forgot to, but I'm going to go ahead and pick which one I want. Okay, so I'll put this one in, and I like to keep it low. I don't want to keep it high or anything like that. And then for the most part, this video was actually very informative, so I talked through a majority of it. And then I'm going to put, so usually if you want to copy something on a Mac, you just put Command C. I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to go over here, and then Command V is to paste it. And I like to make sure that that it's somewhere like this. On top of it. That's why I usually get a small little liner brush, and then I will go ahead and put the product where it needs. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and select all of this. Any of the music or voice input, and then I'm going to go hit audio. Or auto, sorry. I'm going to pick auto. And basically what that does, it puts how loud it needs to be in certain areas. The glitter and so, and that's what it sounds like. And it kind of just adjusts it to where it needs to be, where it's not super, super high or things like that. Now I have to wait for this circle right here for it to be down. Just because it has to input everything, and it takes a little while. So sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. But you're going to want to go ahead and wait for that to be done. And once that is actually done, you are able to export the video. And once you have to wait a little while for that. And once it's exported, you upload it to YouTube. But you guys, that is pretty much how I do it. I am going to be showing you guys an additional how I upload it and things like that, just because, yeah, I just want to be able to go ahead and show you guys that. Alright, you guys, so now that I'm all done with that, it is done loading. I had actually exported it So in just a second, I'll show you guys how I do that. But I did end up adding these little transitions right here. And basically all it does is blur into the next scene. And then that is pretty much it. And then I went over here and I put export file, and you press next. And then you title it whatever you want, and then you pick where you want to export it to. You could put it on your desktop and things like that, but I like to actually put it back on my SD card because it helps the computer not have so much gigabytes taken up, just because with video and things like that, it takes up a lot of video. So putting it back into the SD card is the best thing you could do. So that's why I say have more of these little gimbals over here, just because this gimbal, having a few SD cards and then having a gimbal where you're able to put more than one gimbal on there, or like you could put more than one chip in there, it makes your job so much easier. So when you guys export it, you guys are going to go ahead and export it to the SD card, and then it'll pop up 128 gigabytes. That's the SD card we're putting it back on. But it's always good to have extra SD cards and extra gimbal space. So right here, this gimbal is the cord. So the gimbal, it's good to have more than one slot for this one, just because it helps if you need to have more space and then export it onto another SD card. You're able to do so with keeping this in there, because if you take this out and put another SD card in so you could export it, what will end up happening is everything that you just edited, it ends up being completely erased. So definitely recommend getting a gimbal that you're able to have more than one SD card in it, and just have more than one SD card. I have up to 3 or 4, and I still feel like that's not enough, just because I record after record after record, and a lot of times I have videos that I need to be uploaded, or videos that I wasn't unable to get to. So honestly, having extra SD cards, it really helps, because sometimes you need to go through the card and completely wipe the whole card for it to even be able to record anything. Just because even if you delete it on your camera, for some reason it still says that it's stored there. So yeah, you guys will run into that once you guys are filming and things like that. But 128 gigabytes for an SD card, honestly, the bigger the SD card you could get, the better, just because if you think about it, you're working on nails for maybe 2 to 3 hours, depending, maybe 1 hour if you're super fast. But having that 128 gigabytes really helps, and having another backup battery. That is something that is really, really, really important. That's something that I wish I would have mentioned in my other video, but I am mentioning it now. So definitely make sure, if you guys haven't already, check out the other videos that I have posted, just because there's a lot of information on there. But so now that it's exporting to the SD card, we have 4 minutes, but we are going to go ahead and go over to YouTube. Now, this is what my YouTube looks like, and if you're going to upload, you're going to want to press this little thing right here, and then you're going to want to press create, and then press upload video. And then we will be right here, and then you could press select files, and then you go to, okay, now you're gonna go ahead and pick some nails, and then you're gonna press upload. Or if you export it onto the desktop, you could click it and drag it. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put bronzy, I don't know, bronze nails. And I like to do my stuff all in caps. And then I like to put a little dash, and then and then sometimes I talk about different things in the video, so I'll kind of pertain some of my label to that, my title to that. And then I'm going to put exclamation points and question marks because it's kind of more of like, what do you think? And then I like to put my @ for my Instagram just because that's what everyone follows me on. And so I like to have my @ just so people know what video it is, just because sometimes I have some dedicated viewers that they like to make sure like they see my content and things like that. And then I like to do a description, and I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Now I went ahead and linked all of my stuff for the video. Now I'm going to go ahead and click the playlist, and I like to put the work with me one. That's usually the one when I am working on my clients, and if I do feel like it pertains to any of these, I will pretty much just tap it and do all that. And then you could put it's made for kids or no, it's not made for kids, but certain things that has different restrictions. And then monetization, you want to go ahead and put that on if you're able to do that. And then you could manage your things. So usually I'll put one at the beginning, one at the end, and in the middle. And so I'm going to go ahead and press next. And then you have to make sure it doesn't have any of the things that aren't ad suitable. So inappropriate language, adult content, violence, shocking content, harmful, dangerous acts, yada, yada, yada. All these things you want to make sure that it does not have. And mine doesn't have any of those. And then you submit it for rating. Okay, and then you want to leave this open, and that is pretty much it, you guys. Alright, you guys, so that is pretty much it on how to edit your video, and I did a little bit more where I showed you guys how to upload it, just because I know sometimes it could be very, very confusing learning how to use a new platform and things like that. But I hope this video was super informative for you guys. Next, I am going to be doing a video on how to do a thumbnail, so you guys are going to be able to see how I do certain things, which I feel like is very beneficial for you guys. And I want to be able to be as helpful as I can, because I know when I first started my journey, there was absolutely no one really that informative that was doing the same thing that I wanted to do. But now there's so many different girls on YouTube and guys that they do an amazing job and they explain it better. So maybe if you don't understand my video and my video is a little bit complicated, definitely make sure to check out some other ones on YouTube. But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed today's content. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll be back with more videos. Bye!